I've had this Osprey Scholar for about 4 years. Surely enough time to get to know a pen, right? Right? Well, people, my relationship status with the Scholar is complicated. Osprey is a California-based company, and the Scholar is a very affordable pen. Currently, this pen, without the nib unit, can be bought for $40 Canadian from Buchan's in British Columbia. When I bought the Scholar, I bought 2 nib units for it. This extra fine steel nib and this Zebra G nib. Osprey has a dizzying array of nibs available for their pens, all at very affordable prices. What's not to like? If it worked well, this could very well be all the pen I'd ever need. Unfortunately, there's been a couple of persistent issues I faced using the Scholar. See the ink stains on these threads? Occasionally, ink will leak into the barrel of the pen from where the converter joins the pen body. The first time that happened, some Reddit users suggested the issue stemmed from the screw-in nature of the Osprey's converter, and that silicone grease applied to the threads could help. Just to be safe, I also regularly apply silicone grease to the threads where the nib unit attaches to the grip section. This is the unhappy scene you're greeted with if the pen leaks into the body. I filmed this about a month ago. Perhaps I hadn't been diligent enough with greasing the pen, or perhaps I just left it inked too long. I usually don't keep the Scholar inked for more than a day. Another persistent issue is flow. This is a pen that does not play well with many inks. It does its best with standard inks that don't have any special properties, such as shimmer or sheen. Now, to be fair, Osprey does warn that a gentle ink is vital. They specifically write about the need to use pH-neutral inks in the Scholar. By the way, I have no idea what the pH balance of my many inks are. Buchan's, The BC pen vendor warns, do not use platinum carbon in this pen. What I'm using here is Lamy Black, and honestly, it works as well as any ink I've tried in the Scholar. Here I'm drawing with the extra fine nib and having fun. The nib is smooth and precise. This is the Scholar at its best. Eventually the pen does run dry and stop writing, and there's about a half a converter of ink left in the pen when this happens. I could screw the converter down and force ink into the feed and continue, but you get the point. This stoppage does happen consistently. If you do use a higher maintenance ink such as Diamine Chilly Nights, a shimmer ink, the pen will stop writing a lot sooner. The feed doesn't seem to be able to handle it. To demonstrate the Zebra G unit, I used Kaweco Summer Purple, a nice gentle ink with no demanding properties. The G-nib works fairly well when mated with the Scholar. Admittedly, I'm a bit cynical about G-nibs on fountain pens. They aren't engineered for fountain pens. They aren't designed to have a plastic feed jammed up against one side, so in my view, they can't behave exactly as they would on a dip pen. Still, the Scholar does an admirable job with this nib. There's some good flex. At the beginning of this review, I implied I still don't know this pen well. I stand by that, even after years of use. I know there's more that can be done to make this pen work well. Perhaps I should try modifying the feed. The Osprey Scholar is a pen that demands you tinker with it. It demands you get your fingers dirty. My advice to you? Grease the threads of this pen regularly. Don't leave it inked up for more than a day. And use a gentle, standard ink. Do all that and you should be fine. I think.